Hello, punters, and welcome to another episode of Locked In. Sam Wood, Nick Lloyd, Pat Allendorf, Matthew Zammit. Gentlemen, how are we? Paddy, welcome back.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me back. I thought it was the right time for me to have a week off last week after the pathetic tipping that I'd done the previous fortnight.
Yeah, we thought that.
Yep. So I took my week suspension on the chin, and we move forward. There's winners coming up this week, and hopefully I can find them.
Yeah, we hope so too. Zammit, you're here, mate. You're we actually had quite a lot of positive feedback after last week's show. We went a little bit more relaxed, wasn't it? Because it was just you and myself and Nick, and just kind of went through the races and things like that. I think we might do that again if that's all right with you boys. Zammit, you're all good with that? How do you feel without the pressure of the buzzer?
We give the punters what they want. Less ammunition for this bloke here to carve me up. That's good.
Yeah. Who,
Nick?
Pat, I'll still come to you last, obviously, if you want to whip around and just sting them on the way through. But yes, it's we might go a little bit easier. 45 seconds, it was good, but I think Zammit and Nick last week, the fact you were able to go into them a little bit more and give us a little bit more insight, the punters really reacted to that, so that was good. So we will we've got 4 races to go through today. Let me just get my Dabble app open. Locked In, brought to you by Dabble. You like that in your background? Very purple.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, they sent this up for us. It just whips off as a blanket as well, so when Hildo stays, he can just cuddle up. Actually, Luke Hilton from Björn Baker, he'd be very happy because I just heard Overpass has got a slot in the Everest. Is that right?
Yeah,
big
correct.
news. Yeah. We've got a bunny. We've got some speed.
Yeah,
you got something to.
Everyone with their futures bets on horses that are sitting off the speed and all wondering where's that pace coming from and will we ever get in the race? Well, there's something. They'll be hoping for some more, but no, jokes aside, just stirring Hildo with that. He deserves his spot and he's going to be very hard to run down.
I think so too. I think Overpass is a great. We were talking about it. We just had to do some some content from one of our sponsors, and we were saying what horse you'd take if you had an Everest slot of the horses available. Prior to knowing this, what horse would you take? And I would have taken Overpass, and the ATC has obviously listened to me.
I'm tipping that's their B runner, and the Baker stable are not done with yet in the Everest in terms of slots.
Yeah, okay.
The A runner might just be going around at Rose Hill on Saturday.
Yeah. Who's that?
No, he's leading us into it because I think he'll be talking about it later in the show. Is that right?
Kiss the Bride.
Well, no, I don't think it's.
Passagiata.
Passagiata. There's a bit more speed. There's a bunny. No, well, it's not one of the races we're covering, I don't think. But he's got to be one of the best all day, and that's Osmosis. Aussie.
Yeah.
What was their other thing that went over for the Quokka? Shadow.
She's
Shades
retired.
of Rose.
Shades of Rose.
Shades of Rose. Did it get retired? Did it?
How come?
Yeah, she was sold.
Yeah.
Sold as a broodmare.
Shit.
Well, she wasn't going to win many more, was she?
I remember going over to the Quokka. It was meant to be their best hope. We still backed Overpass, and the 20-1 sort of is the reason why it is my second favourite horse.
We love Overpass.
You're using we loosely there, mate. I don't know that I got on. You did well. Oh, you too.
I wasn't a part of this week.
No, it was we. He was weeing at me. He was weeing on me. He was weeing on me. We had 200 on it and got to cheer at home. That Pat and I are very big fans of Quokkas, so we kind of followed our heart, and it was the end of the day, and we got on late, and Quokka Overpass, and
he paid well, didn't he?
20-1.
No, we didn't get on at 20-1. I think we got on at 8.
Doesn't matter. Still a good one.
That ship had well and truly sailed.
That might have been according to a 20-1 winner.
That's 20-1. I'm thinking maybe he wasn't weighing on me. Who else is he weighing on?
That might have been the Woodhead deductions going on there.
Oh, yeah, I put the bets on. No more bets. I'm holding these.
Woodhead took 55-cent deduction.
All right. So what races are we doing today, Nick? Starting at Caulfield. We're doing the Underwood, and you want to do the Guineas Prelude?
Yeah, correct.
All right, let's start with the Caulfield Guineas Prelude. I'll give you guys the market according to our good friends over at Dabble. Stapati is currently $2.90, and this is race 7. Punters, if you're going through your Dabble app and having a quick look. Stapati, $2.90, V8, $3.80, Centify, $7, Shilite, $9, Southport Tycoon at $12. Little Bros at 14s, the rest are double figure odds. Nick, thoughts on this race? Why don't you kick us off on the Caulfield Guineas Prelude?
Yeah, well, I put a tweet out yesterday and it got quite a few bites. There was a lot of people that were opposing my point of view, and my tweet said, I can't wait for V8 to eat Stapati alive on Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we were talking on the other
Clickbait.
podcast about clickbait.
Yeah, he is. He's an aggressor.
Hey,
He's an aggressor.
Got 16,000 views on that tweet, so a lot of people.
He said Stapati is a yak. That's one of yours.
He is one of the leaders of that club. I think.
Yak pack.
The yak pack, the winter form and Moonee Valley form. Spare me, please.
Oh, calm down.
Wow.
Tell us what's going to win, not what's going to lose.
Yeah, well, I think Viardi will eat him up and spit him back out.
Viardi. He's gone for a hybrid horse here.
It's the West Tigers.
He's gone for a hybrid horse here.
That was the win bet and the lay bet combined. No, I think V8 is a proper horse. We saw him sort of through the autumn where he won that VRC size over the 1400 at Flemington, and then he went to Sydney and he drew a wide gate on a wet track in the Group 1 size. Cylinders come out of that race. There's been a bit of form out of it. So I thought he was really good first up in the McNeil 1200. He had 2 pretty average trials, I thought, and sort of went into it pretty soft, but he took that gap and hit the line nicely. Legacies didn't frank the form by any means on the weekend. She got beaten as a short price favourite, but I don't think that was as bad as what it really looked. You know, she got beaten as a even money favourite, but she only got beat 2 lengths against the boys. She sort of up outside facing the breeze, did a bit of work to get where she did. So I think V8, 1400, Caulfield, good gate, a lot to like about him. I think he'll win this. I think he'll win the Guineas, and I think he'll be a top 3 hope in the Cox Plate.
He's gone in hard.
Yeah, there you go. How's that?
45 seconds, I'll tell you that.
Oh, the buzzer's over there. We don't.
Jesus.
I was thinking, why did I put the buzzer over there? The way he was going on
missed
about
the memo that the 45 seconds.
How much rope did you give these gibberers last week?
8.
Vroom, vroom.
Are you guys with Viardi or against Zammit? What are you liking in this?
It's a good each way bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do think the two of them are. I do think the winner comes from the two of them, but I won't sit on the fence with a Viardi. I'll oppose Nick. I'll oppose Nicholas. I'm with Stapati. I was with him first up. He spiked up to 1400 last prep. It was a very, very good performance that rated well. He rated only marginally down on that first up over an unsuitable distance, an unsuitable shape of race. I thought that he made the most of with his tactical speed and put them to the sword well enough. I think he goes ahead and goes well ahead here on Saturday. Takes a nice step towards that Caulfield Guineas. I think that race is far from over, unlike what Nicholas seems to think. And I think this horse will certainly remain up the top end of the market. He's one of the better 3-year-olds around. I concede V8's a great chance. I do think one of them wins it, but Stapati for me, I think will take up a nice spot on speed and be too strong late.
Are you with the unbeaten Stapati, Patrick?
Yeah,
you're outside of these top 2.
Well, I got to say, I could have got Mug Punter to review every horse in the meeting in the time that they took to review those 2 horses.
Does that say something about us or Mug? Who does that say something about?
The Muggy's just quick and to the point. Boom, boom, boom.
90-minute full race meetings, every form line done.
With his voice notes.
Yeah.
I'm binning both these horses, and I'm taking something outside, and I think it's very good value, and it's probably my best bet out of the 4 races that we're doing today. I think Centify. I reckon these are the B grade, like you said, the B grade horses who come running around in this race. I think Centify, after 3 starts, never been out of the place, and it's been going around at Moonee Valley, track that doesn't suit it, horse comes from the back. It can reel off meeting best sectionals. I think that alone, if they run along in this race, is going to set it up for a huge finish. And I reckon it can come over the top of V8 and Stapati, because I think you're probably giving these two horses too much credit. Great price, $8. Yeah, I'm going to let rip on Centify.
Centify.
Didn't Stapati beat Centify last time?
It did.
Around Moonee Valley, though.
Pat just wants it to win over 200 metres. He's a sectional man, you know. So if it wins one of those 200-metre splits, he's right.
It steps up the extra 200 metres here. I think.
When did you get a stopwatch? You've never had a stopwatch in your life. What are you timing it on? A G-Shock watch or something? How do you know about sectionals, mate?
He's a sectionals
with
guy.
With his G-Shock glow-in-the-dark watch this bloke.
I speak to the clocker. The clocker. I love the clocker and I love the clocker.
The clocker, yeah, you are. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
wow.
you.
There you go. Times and margins.
Yeah, I'm with Zammit. I'm locking in Zammit. I think Stapati... I
agree that Stapati...
I honestly think Stapati could be anything. I know it's supposedly a part of this B grade crop of 3-year-olds.
Yeah, I don't agree. If you look at that race, Centify was ripping home down the outside at Moonee Valley. It gets a bit lost around the turn. I think it'd be more suited.
I don't mind Centify as well. It does it in. I think
I agree with Zammit in terms of Stapati being one of the better 3-year-olds, but I think the part that's missing there is that he's one of the better 3-year-olds trained out of Horsham. That's where it ends.
You are backing yourself in a corner, Nick.
Oh yeah, I'm more than happy to.
Well, you might be right, and as I said, I certainly concede there. It's a big chance. He was a fantastic winner first up. It's funny. I looked at Legacy's run. First thing I thought was, that's a bit shaky now. The form for V8, and I thought I might be the only one to think that, and never really said much. But then other people have come forward saying that too. So. Yeah, I think you can poke a hole in him or two, but let's see. Interesting race, clearly.
Yep.
Let's flick over to Sydney. We're going to do the Golden Pendant, correct, Nick?
Yep.
Just before we get into these Group 1 races, race 6 in your double lap punters at Rose Hill. Espiona is our current favourite at $2.65. Zugotcha, $3.10. A Tissue, $5. She's a Belter, 11s. Banana Queen, 11s. More Secrets. Diamond Dealer, So Dazzling. Not a bad race, I think. It's probably a little bit more open than the market suggests. Joe Moreira on A Tissue is obviously exciting. But Nick, what do you kick us off? What are you liking in this race and why?
Yeah, well, as a horse, I really, really don't like Espiona, but I think
you're not a horse though. Cue the laughter track. Can't reach the buttons. Yeah, sorry, mate. As a human, who you like?
As a human, I also don't like Espiona.
Okay.
But I think she was really good first up behind a horse who I really do like, and that's Sunshine in Paris. Drink.
Do we have you hit your Sunshine in Paris quota for today? How many times you mention it?
Maybe twice. one more by the end of the show.
Just so people know, it's 6 a.m. when we're recording right now.
But look, I thought Espiona was really good there in the Sherrico over 1,200 behind Sunshine in Paris. She's one of your Everest leading hopes. 1,400 second up, Nashville Wheeler Sticks. Fair bit to like about her, I think, and she might just be the here and now horse.
Zammit, you're on Espiona, aren't you?
I am not.
He tipped one in the group chat.
She's not one of mine. That was one out wide at odds. More Secrets. Just think she's incredible value, and still do. But if we're asked for winners here and to put one on top, I have to put A Tissue on top. Geez, ran into a dead end last start. You have to make that a total forgive. I'd love to have seen how she would have finished that race off. What I do know is up to 1,400 metres has an incredible record. No reason to think she won't perform to her near best second up as well. I think she's better value compared to Espiona, who I still have trust issues with.
Yeah.
And just A Tissue is just this is its distance. It's its pet distance too. Like it, 1,400.
She gets further, but
she does. But she's also what has she won? 4 of 6 over 1,400.
Yeah.
Hard to knock. Joe
She
Moreira
goes
on
well
there.
second up too. From memory, it's 2 wins or something like that from 5 starts, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, and the second as well.
Magic
Patrick,
Man, he started well. He's arrived.
Hey, surely you're on the Magic Man as well, Patrick.
I'm on this bus with you, Zammit. Let's jumping on. Do you know what? I can't believe how quick Waller would have got McAvoy off after that ride last start and said, come in, spinner, Joe Moreira. As much as I love you, Kieran McAvoy, see you later. This is an absolute positive jockey change, and I think a Tissue second up will be flogging this absolute super of a race.
I think so too.
Karen McAvoy, speaking of the B graders, jeez,
he's not going great at the moment.
Well,
did we speak about it last week, Zammit?
We did. Yeah. We've given him a very hard time. Do not invite him on any podcast in the future, Nick, because he's saying no. He's saying no.
He's very good friends with my old man.
Oh, no. I think we gave him a bit of a pasting last week, and then he came out and backed it up on Saturday.
He did. He did ride his first Sydney Metropolitan winner in quite a while on Wednesday, and it was a $14 shot. So
there you go.
He's a competitive guy. He'd be the first to say his results aren't where they need to be. Yeah, so there's nothing personal, but yeah, he's just not in the form of his life. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I reckon he is riding very ordinary. I can't believe it's like watching a footballer that hasn't retired and played that extra year.
Yeah.
It's
you got that 1 year contract and you think, oh.
Yeah. Not saying
I hope that's not the case. Yeah, no, I hope that's not the case because he's a champion and
he'll bounce back.
Keep going. Yeah, I think so too.
He probably won't.
You reckon?
No. Hey, the
got too much money. Too Everest. Too much money.
That's right.
Yeah.
A couple of Melbourne Cups. The jockeys coming through are just too good. And they're taking great risks, and it's just, out with the old and in with the new, I guess.
These apprentices are running right, and Nash Will is killing them all. That's
right. You got Huey overseas, and Pertinent might come back. Where does it leave him? Even if it takes him 6 months to get back to the very top, how does he get there? And when he gets there,
how many do we have to pass to get up there? Do you know what I mean? Like you said,
I do think it was interesting. Like Paddy said, that Magic Man's come here. I think Waller was looking for another lightweight jockey option. I think that's what he's done there. That's
Joe's pull. Joe, do you know if Joe's touched down, Pat? Is the
Joe's
private jet?
Joe had a winner yesterday.
His first runner.
Oh, did he ride yesterday? Did he?
Yeah, two
I
winners.
saw on Chelsea.
Yeah, 4 rides, 2 wins.
Far out. He's a gun, isn't he?
Yeah.
I love him.
Given Chelsea Hilliers some riding advice there on the practice horse. So yeah, he's an absolute legend. Joe.
He is a legend. We're big Joe Moreira fans here, and I'm with you. We're locking in a Tissue, and I hope it has a big win, and we all get so excited. We need to grab a Tissue when this wins.
And I dare
of excitement.
I dare anyone to bag him in the comments. I dare you. I'll be jumping straight on that.
Who bagged Joe?
Oh yeah, make people bag the Magic Man.
Yeah. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't back. Do they?
Punters are not a fan these days. No.
All I can say is I dare you. I dare you. Say something bad about it.
You won't look at a single comment. You only comment on... I've seen you on the pages. You only comment on stuff that you're involved in, and it's usually like, I'm here, or something like that. It's very specific to you and
obviously
stuff around you.
Obviously tag me in this and write something good about me so that I can...
Yeah, so you look at it. Yeah, I'm going to look at it. We're locking in a Tissue. We're sticking at Sydney. We're going to go to race 8. We're going to go to the 1,400 metre Golden Rose. Cylinder is... let me just make sure I've got the right prices here, guys, because I screenshotted this and it would have updated. So Cylinder is $4.60, Charmstone $5.50, Shinzu $6, King Colorado $6.50, Militarize 8s, NCAP $10. And the list goes on and on and on. We've sort of touched on this race already, Nick, in the previous podcast. What are you liking in the Golden Rose?
Yeah, well, I think the Magic Man is back for one horse in particular, and that is Militarized. Done deal Colt. He's had 2 rides on him. He's won both of them, and they've both been Group 1s. So he can go 3 from 3 in Group 1s here. I really liked what Militarized did first up in the run to the Rose over 1,200. Got back, hit the line really well out wide on the track. And while it's that mainstream form, he sort of doesn't come through the other lead-ups, and he's second up, 1400. He's proven at the distance. He beat the race favourite Cylinder in the sires at 1400 in the autumn. Yes, they were on wet tracks, so the good 4 and possibly even a good 3. I noticed it got upgraded yesterday at Warwick Farm because it's so hot in Sydney, but that might be a little bit of a knock. But it was a good 4 first up at Rose Hill, and he was hitting the line well. So it's proven Group 1 colt. I think he can make it 3 Group 1s here.
It was a good run last start, wasn't it?
It was
in a tough position.
I wish we were at
Did
Randwick.
it come out? Did it shoot out wide?
Came out wide.
Yeah.
Why would you waste one of your wishes on that? Why wouldn't you wish to back the winner?
or a million more wishes, obviously. A million more wishes. Jay Moreira has had success on this horse before. Did you mention that?
Yeah, he rode him in the sires and the champagne. So
2 from 2.
2 from 2. Both Group 1s.
Militarised. Zammit, 4 against. Talk to us.
No, against again. I really agonised over this one. Cylinder and Charmstone, 2 of my horses, and I found it hard to split them. But I am sticking with Cylinder. I think it's going to get the absolute peach of a ride through the race by Nash, who's just in incredible form. You guys know me. It's very, very easy for me to find one of the boys in blue in these, especially in these big races. They set them so well for these grand finals. He's been winning along the way. Maybe not as impressive as people have expected or thought, but hard not to be impressed with the way he attacked the line and got there last start after being held up for most of the straight. I think he's the deserved favourite. He's been easing a little, and Charmstone's coming for some support, which started to sway me. I'm on both, so it's a good result for me either way. But if I'm to stick my neck out and pick one, it's got to be Cylinder. I think the Sydney horse over the Melbourne filly is probably a far better profile, if I'm honest, in reviewing this race. So I'll say Cylinder on top.
Does the 1400 for Cylinder? He's been there once. It was a heavy track in that size, and it had a long prep and went no good. But does that sort of worry you a little bit?
It doesn't, insofar as, I trust the people behind that decision to know best there and make that call. I think within his own age, it's fine. They got in secret out to that trip. I don't think she's necessarily a 1400 metre horse. I think they know the ones that they can extend a little. The way he attacked the line last start over 1200 tells me an extra furlong really shouldn't be a problem. But more so, Nick, I don't know if you've done the map. It looks very, very simple. He just lobs into a beautiful spot just off the speed, 1 off the fence. He's going to get every possible chance to run it out strongly. I don't think they're going to go berserk. I don't think it's going to be a really high-pressure race.
No.
So I don't think it's a problem.
Well, that's the two futures bets I've had. I've got a ticket on Moravia at $51, so I'm really happy to see him draw barrier 4 and look the likely leader on paper. And like you say, I think he can just control it and militarise. I'm on it at $17 or something. But yeah, you're right in terms of the map for Cylinder. I've got Moravia and probably snap back from that wide draw rolling forward. And then, yeah, you're going to have Cylinder, you're going to have Libertad. Probably NCAP was a bit closer from the good draw the other day in the Ming Dynasty too. So you're right, he gets a good run and gets every chance, the favourite.
Why though with the favourite where we just disregard the blanket finishes? Usually blanket finishes where...
Because he couldn't get out, Pat. He would have put 3 lengths on him if he got out.
Yeah, they haven't been impressive wins. That's one thing I'll say about Cylinder. You didn't sit there and go, wow, really dominated that race or really took control of that race. I tend to agree with.
That's one of the reasons I'm against him. I've always been happy to be against him, and
then it's got to get out further. I sort of think there might be that weakness with it getting away from the field.
But getting out further may, and this is the only kind of 4 that I'll have for it, may keep it out of trouble. Do you know what I mean?
First up, I'll grant you. We expected he'd put more on them, but they didn't really go all that fast, which makes it tough to put a margin on a horse. He was surrounded by a couple of good horses. That I Am Unstoppable, I think that's its name. I've forgotten.
Yeah,
ran well again there last weekend. Yep. And then last start, I just don't think you can take anything out of that margin. The horse never got out to the 100 metres, so that 150. And he's just absolutely flown. He would have put 2 to 3 lengths on him if he got out in time.
Paddy?
I disagree. But, Zammit, you do love anything in blue.
I do.
Smurfs, the police.
The police.
You loved
Avatar.
Big Avatar.
James Cummings, James Cameron movies.
James Cameron.
It all makes sense.
He has a blue house with his blue windows.
Zammit, you tell us you love that song.
It did, mate. We all did. Who did it?
We did. I know, that's true.
Please.
That was
You're
too
touching
good.
a wee there. I don't know that there's a wee there.
There's a wee there.
I'm weeing on
That
all
wee
of
on me.
There's a wee on us. But I remember us listening to that song. There's a wee on us. All right, tell us, who are you liking in the Golden Rose, this year's edition?
I think it's a very tough race this year. That's why I'm happy to... I'm sticking solid. I'm sticking with the stable that gave us the bad advice second up with Libertad. I think third up. It's 1/3 up before. They said there's no problem with it. I'm happy to put it down to second up syndrome. I think Militarize has the no good track form.
Oh, yeah.
It just 2 starts for nothing. I think Cylinder with a blanket finishes. You know, I'm not happy to just let that slide.
So hold on. You don't like Cylinder because of the blanket finish, and in that race, this horse ran.
But that's
5 weeks.
Wasn't in the blanket. Wasn't under the blanket. It wasn't near the pillow. It was off the end of the bed. It wasn't even in the blanket.
Sleeping on the floor.
It's bottom bunk.
It had stopped to get a glass of water on the turn. But
You are normally so fickle. How have you not penned that male and that horse? That is unlike
do you know why?
Very
That
unlike
male, without naming names, that male stinks. And you've had stinkier male before, but
nah, for this race,
I think that male stinks.
I found religion. I'm forgiveness.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm forgiving its second
Repent.
up run. And really, if you ignore that second up run and take the $17, I think it's a good price. So
The SP profilers will love him. Been $3.30, $4.20, $8.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
then $17. I just don't think it's time to throw the baby out with the bathwater. If it runs ordinary, runs ordinary this race, sack it, whatever. But I don't know. The $17 that keeps me very interested in the horse. And like Shinzo coming first up, there hasn't been a first up winner of this race, has there, Nick?
I think there had been a couple, but it might have been
ages ago.
Yeah, there was.
I tell you what, it wasn't a filly.
I don't think there's ever been a winner. There's been a fair
my
few.
one.
Yeah, that's what it was. You're
First
right,
up filly. Jack and I won it last year.
There's been no first up winner that I can recall. Doesn't mean that it won't happen. Well, if anyone's going to do it, it'll be him with his horse. But yeah, I'm happy to risk it.
Speaking on being on the fill up, we were talking about this on the last show. This weekend last year was the boys' trip, Pat.
Yeah,
and we had
more money.
Jack and O, Alligator Blood, and we took the leg up members only quaddie, but you put Jack and O in it because you were on Jack and O last prep. And the last was the members only tip with Fox Fighter.
Fox Fighter, yeah.
Oh, huge result for you guys, wasn't it? Yeah,
that was
we won about
fattest weekend.
7,000 from the winner, 7,000 from the quaddie. Well, in the end, we were just backing losers to try and give some back. We felt that bad.
There was 6
you were betting
of us
responsibly though, yeah.
There were 6 of us on that trip, and Pat's brother slept the whole quaddie legs. And he woke up because he was so hungover, and he woke up and he's like, "Oh, what's
how do we go
what's
the
going
quaddie?
on?" Well, we've won like 18,000 since you've gone. And he goes, "Well, what a bloody thing to wake up to." That was his line for the rest of the weekend.
What a bloody thing to wake up to.
Yeah,
what a bloody thing to wake up to.
Yeah, so we were saying it'd be about Nick's 1-year anniversary with TLU. Well done, mate. You
I don't know about Libertad, mate. Where's it going? Awkward barrier. I don't know where it's going to get to. What about Rafa? No one's tipping Rafa. Rafa Nadal?
You didn't mind Nadal?
I gave Nadal a bit of a push.
Little push.
It's going to give him a start, but
yeah, he was slow away. He got held up in sort of the straight in that run to the Rose, but I didn't think there should be that much of a price discrepancy between him and the favourite. But the one I'm actually surprised none of us have touched on is the other Group 1 winner is King Colorado. He comes out of the Group 1 wait for age form against the older horses first up. And
please say something nice about King Colorado because there's about 1 million owners and they're all on the leg up page.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm
good. I'm just giving the other boys some more.
Best bets have made the best of the day.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
he's obviously got a micro share. Whoever's tipping up at Rosehill.
But yeah, I just thought, he comes out of that different form altogether. He is a Group 1 winner. So if he comes out and blows them away, a Totsu like, because that's sort of the setup that
Another one with an awkward draw. I'm very wary of these horses with awkward draws in this race.
Fair.
I just don't know that it's going to be to their advantage.
That Mars stable, they just, they can win a Tasmanian Derby and then come out and win every other Derby in Australia. Like, they've got some weird setups to get into.
Well, they did that once with Explosive Jack.
Explosive Jack.
Yeah, but Hitotsu, you mentioned Hitotsu as well. He's had some odd preps, and they managed to nail some big races. Yeah,
they just win.
Look, this is a wide open race. I'm actually having a bet on Shinzo, but what I will lock in...
Schindler, you said there?
Schindler. That's good. Zammit. He's done the podcast two back this season. He's finally snuck a joke in.
That's a good influence on me.
It's an hour. You've done an hour of the locked in.
Hang on a minute. That wasn't the brief. The brief wasn't to be funny. I'm not good at it.
Oh, you're another funny guy. No, I want Shinzo this prep. I'm going to stick with it. I
won't win a race.
We'll see. We'll see. That makes it harder because I was going to lock in Militarize, but I won't now.
Good.
No, look, I'm going to go for the locked in multi on Dabble for you guys to follow us. I'm going to go Militarize the place into the multi.
Charging home into first.
I just think I can just see it. Like, he's a bit of a back marker, 1400. So
I can get behind that.
You think the Magic Man just gets out and just lengthens this horse and sneaks in. You're all right. Yeah. You might need a tissue. Yeah. It's I can just see it now. Very exciting.
How long have I been away for? Zammit's doing jokes.
Yeah.
And we're betting place.
Woodhead's betting place.
And we're betting place.
There's a few little guidelines for us with Dabble, Patrick. You may have missed. We haven't made it public, but we may have missed that. But there's a few little guidelines we need to stick to with Dabble. So we can't have the multi too big. We can't rob them.
Especially
they get nervous.
Pat dropping 7K bombs in his...
100%. Oh, what about
7K here, 7K there?
Him on the Dabble live stream on Saturday tipped a 10-1 shot, like with a 2,000 on the live stream, and they piled into the bet too.
You can't do that, Pat.
Nick was not he wasn't the flavour of the week with the Dabble traders. On the live stream.
He's a man of the people, Nick. That's
right.
You actually have been going. You are the man of the people on the live streams.
Oh, you
find them for him.
I find them.
Okay, so yes, sorry, Pat, but we've had to lock in a place.
When you send these emails, it's similar to the stuff I comment on. You got to tag me in them and then write something nice about me.
What emails? What are you talking about? A live stream. So live stream for you, so imagine like a TV show, but it's on the internet, and you sit in front of your computer or your phone, you watch it.
The interweb.
Am I on it?
Are we on it now?
Send me an email.
Someone send Pat an email about the live stream, please.
And tag me.
The pigeon's on its way.
At me on the live stream.
At me. Poke my Facebook profile so I can watch this.
Wave. Give me a wave.
Okay, let's get to the Underwood Stakes. Big race, big race.
Oh, it's turned out
Alligator Blood, $3.40. Without a fight, $5. Tuvalu, $6. Solcombe, $8. Lindemann, $8. Attrition, $9. And then quite a large jump out to right. You are at $19. Duais at 21s. Snail Unger at $41 with Bank Mile. Non-conformists, I won't go through all of them, but it is a big field. Rounded out with Alan Clare and Vow and Declare at triple figure odds. What did you think of Snail Unger? We were talking about this in the last pod, that if it was Slow Unger last prep, Blake thinks it should be Snail Unger this prep because it's even worse off.
It's legless.
It is legless.
All right, Nick. Snail Unger's trying to distance itself from Blake by taking the blinkers off the first time.
Now to see Blake's horrible comments about it. Poor thing. Okay, come on, Nick. Where are we? What are we looking at? What do you like?
Well, the barrier can get in the bin, but attrition, this is his race, I reckon. 1,800 around Caulfield.
From barrier 15.
It might be a lucky number.
Yes.
I'm born on the 15th, so...
There you go.
Silver lining somewhere. Fair. Yep. This horse has never missed a top 5 finish in its 8 starts, so it's been in the top 3, 6 of those times, and then 2 fifths. So it was a narrow fifth in the CS Hayes.
Is this locked in for fifth, Nick, or what's going on?
Yeah. We're doing Dabble's doing place multis back to fifth.
Now we're betting top four, Pat.
I got Logatrician in for top 5.
You tipped the fucking thing last start.
Oh, great.
Hey, it nearly
We'll
won.
have
It nearly won at $8.
I know.
Mellum copped a serve from the public. He wasn't happy. He was biting back on Twitter for any criticism of his ride. He can
let his ride do the talking on Saturday because I think he'll win, even though he's drawn bad.
He will need to from barrier 15.
He can go forward. He can be in a 3-wide line. I think with cover, there's going to be a fair bit of speed in it. I reckon he's got one of the best turn of foots in the race.
Turn of foot.
Turn of feet. Turn of feet.
Turn of feet. It does, because it's got 4.
All 4 of them. I actually think you dropped the T off the end. It's the best turn of foo. But anyway, this is his race. I'll get everything I should have won on him in the Australian Guineas back here, and he'll get his.
He couldn't do it from 11, but he'll do it from 15.
15, yeah. Okay. So he's got more room to do it.
Yeah, he comes into 14, I think, with the scratching from the emergency.
Oh. Spoiled.
Something.
Which could make a lot of the difference.
Well, he might be 3-1 instead of 4-1.
Isn't Attrition the horse that they're all saying the jockeys get off and say it needs 2,000 metres? So on the last body, he tipped it and he goes, all the jockeys are getting off saying this horse needs 2,000. And Blake and I are like, so why are you backing it over 1,800?
It's never been past a mile.
Yeah, spot on.
So
not 2,000, but still.
Yeah, he'll be winning.
Okay, Zammit. What are we liking in the under?
It pains me to get off attrition. He came too wide around that turn and it cost him the race. But he's going to be no less wide in this race. He may get 3 wide, no cover, and that may be okay. But there's a new level of pain here. Alligator Blood obviously deserves his place at the top of the market, and most people have found him, and that is the percentage play. However, I'm going somewhere else, and that is with a horse who I think on Saturday may just announce himself as one of the most elite runners we've got here for the rest of the spring, and that's Without a Fight. He was stunning in Queensland over the winter. Having only had a down-the-track run in the Melbourne Cup on a wet surface, which I don't think he likes. Since switched to the Freedman stable, just scintillating performances there in 2 starts. Ran some.
What was that? That was the Q22 and
the Lord Mayor's Cup.
Lord Mayor's.
Yeah. Just dynamic, in races that weren't run particularly hard, well off the speed, absolutely ripped home. He can run some incredible sectionals off the back of a distance trip. Concede first up, 1,800, not necessarily going to be his go. Also concede he's going to be off speed and giving Alligator Blood, who is very, very hard to run down, a good start around Caulfield. These things mean it's not a percentage play. But for me, this is a horse going places. This is a horse that's on the way to Group 1 wins, whether they be Caulfield Cups, Cox Plates, and anything in between. And I have to be with him here. I'm not going to let him go around without me in any start this prep.
Without a Fight, winning absolutely everything. Is it,
I can remember when he won the
Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, well, when he won the Q22 and
the Kosciuszko, this thing could do anything.
The Quokka.
He might get an Everest. He might get one of the last Everest.
Yeah, Everest slot. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. What a push for. Okay. Right.
When they were in that Q22, and like Zammit touched on, that they were going pretty slow, and I was on Jewess, and Jewess was a pair in front of Without a Fight, and I can remember watching it on the big screen, and I'm thinking to myself, well, the main danger Without a Fight, I'm in front of. They've gone slow. Jewess is going to have the better turn of foot, and he won't get past her here. And it took him about a stride and a half, and he gave a wind burn. I went, wow, he's a lot better than that Melbourne Cup run. Yeah, I think
he's trialled well. You see his trial leading in.
Yeah. I think he's the Caulfield Cup horse at the moment.
I did not see its trial.
When I was younger, they used to drop me back to play club footy, and geez, I used to carve up too.
That's because you had Sonny Bill running beside you, mate.
But then when you have to step up, to A grade, it's a whole different kettle of fish.
No, they used to drop you back in age. You were 15. They used to let you go run around the under 12s. Go on, Paddy, tear them up. A little bit of a confidence booster. Push the kids over.
I used to run around little Timmy and give him windburn too. We used to call him Duace.
Oh, yeah. Get out of the way.
This is the AB grade, is it? The AB grade.
But this is the B grade, mate. Alligator Blood. This is its bread and butter. And Gay on the quick backup. Happy to trust that.
Please don't say it because we've had it. Don't say B grade because we've had people calling Alligator Blood a B grade Group 1 winner.
Rubbish.
It's winning the Group 1
Rubbish.
Bs.
Well,
and I just won't cop it.
Genuine.
Nick's one of them.
Genuine.
That's unfair.
Nick's one of them.
Yeah.
Then you can't consider Mr. Brightside a champion then, surely.
Well, it was probably prior to these, but I tell you what, I was just having a look through the field and, the best thing going for Alligator Blood in this race is the fact that Mr. Brightside's not in it because this
right.
is, I know I said it last week, I know I said it 2 weeks prior to that, but this is the Group 1 for Alligator Blood, right?
Yeah, it's now whenever this prep. Yep.
Surely.
And all of these other horses in this race, or a lot of the other chances, they get those 2 words that you never want to hear from a trainer.
Needs further.
Needs further. And that's what I think is well in Alligator Blood's favour in backing up.
The short backup with Alligator Blood is a bit exciting, isn't it?
Well, this should be a tough decision for you, Woodhead, but it sounds like the decision's already made. We've given you the 3 key chances in the race.
I actually like something else. I'm going to have 2 bets
Wow.
in the race. And
Dude,
I've already been
tell
shit
us.
on about it this morning.
Probably vow and declare.
No, I'm just going bookends of the market. No,
It averages out.
I
I got 50s about Alligator Blood.
Oh, he's back Malunga.
I'll do it. No snail hunger. No, I don't mind I don't mind Lindemann. Zammit, I wouldn't mind your thoughts on Lindemann.
He's going to map perfectly for the race. I mean, the race shapes to be an on-speed race. He'll be there. He's got Hugh Bowman to hopefully get him to settle a little better than what he did last start. I don't like backing a horse off the sort of run he had last start. That's over racing, pulling its head off.
It wasn't
top
great
of the
last
straight,
start,
and then just collapses the last 200 metres. I hate backing horses off runs like that. But they've got Bowman on there to try to get this horse to relax, and he will be in the right spot for the race. So I wouldn't tell you you've done the wrong thing.
It either gives
It'll be
AB cover,
or
AB leads it and it doesn't get anywhere near.
I think AB will be happy to sit outside it. I don't think he needs to insist on leading.
I don't think he can lead in this race.
Alligator Blood.
Yeah.
But then Tuvalu's one that'll go a bit nuts, won't it?
He's the one that's going to give attrition the 3 wide running line.
Yeah, I don't think Tuvalu will cross.
Also, you've already conceded that you're going to be 3 wide for the trip.
Has to.
Yeah.
Because it needs the 2,000.
I just
So
wanna know,
if it's
'cause
1,800,
I don't want you sucking about the ride.
4 wide, it actually works out to be about 2,000.
If you can,
The way that Caulfield track has played,
Is that right?
I won't be talking about the ride. Because
didn't win because it was 3 wide.
I'm going to be in the right part of the track.
Track
The right
nice.
part of the track at Caulfield.
Yes.
Just throw the cards.
The winning post, mate. That's all right.
That's all right. Did you hear? I think they asked Craig Williams that after the first race at Flemington last weekend when he won on Alast Cash down the straight, and whoever was doing the interview said to him, "Did you walk the track earlier and have a piece of grass that you really wanted to get to first?" And he goes, "Yeah, the one at the winning post. I thought that'd be the right part to be in."
Very good. Very good.
That's a good answer. Yeah, okay. Well, obviously, I'm locking in Alligator Blood.
Obviously.
Like,
It's like a gimme putt.
How did I not sell you on without a fight? That was
He's
an
an absolute lizard.
impassioned plea.
no.
I just told you he's going to win everything.
Hey,
I
I said V8 was going to win everything. And that
Ignored.
meant jack shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys
That
say
says
a lot
Alligator
of
Blood.
things.
Okay.
Hey, listen, Zammit, you might not remember, but I got Pat onto Alligator Blood.
No, I'm
got
stirring
Pat
you,
on
mate. I know
Alligator Blood.
you're the cheerleader.
But this is what I'm trying to figure out is I feel like it's a sinking ship. There's a small fire at the bow, and I'm not sure if I grab a bucket and pour it out and keep throwing money at this boat.
I wouldn't
or
stop
this
you.
is this preps.
I would not stop
This
you.
preps a ride off, and we're not going to see much of Alligator Blood.
No,
I
I've
think
been with
it's
Mr.
I
B.
think
I've
it's a
been with
shipwreck.
Yeah, I've been with Mr. Brightside the whole way, so I've been the first to say no. But this is the race.
Yeah,
I
that
agree
in
with
there,
you guys.
yeah.
This is the race. Yeah. I backed a winner. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think Cole
this is the race that he needs to show up in, and many have found him. You're not on your
Last week was that race.
He's
felt
been within
last
a
week
length.
was that race. Yeah, I agree. Like,
He's not like Libertad. Who tipped that?
I'm surprised it didn't get locked in.
I'm not. I think Alligator Blood. It's probably my favourite all-time horse, and I don't want it to hurt me. So it just needs to win this weekend.
Favourite all-time horse?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Well, better than
I'd say that. Why not?
More than
We've
wins.
had more fun with it. Yeah, no, just more fun with them. It seems to run on every boys' trip or like day that we're at racing. With Pat and I touched
last year.
Pat and I touched it in the yard at Magic Millions, which I don't know how we were. Prior to weigh-in too. I don't know why we were touching the horse.
Stuck in traffic.
It's the horse that they delay the races for to.
It's a cult hero.
Gee, that was
a cult hero.
That was a stick
and even having you actually mentioned this last week, like even having a questionable owner, like look at how badly everyone's turned on Rocket and the Giga Kick connections, but even Alan and Dre's, the people still love Alligator Blood.
Yeah. Oh. I'm glad that they waited for him to get there to the Gold Coast in that 3-year-old season. I had a good futures ticket on him in the Magic Millions Guineas, so I would have been a little bit disappointed if they scratched
How
it.
come no one said anything about Nick just casually dropping in that he backed a winner with a futures ticket?
Mate, if we stopped the show for every futures bet Nick would have, this would go for 2.5 hours. Oh yeah, I'm holding a ticket on Val McClare for 800 to 1.
He's keeping busy in business with all those tickets he has.
Yeah.
Mate,
we have to get the bins picked up here twice a week before the futures tickets.
There's about 85.
I was like Benji Marshall circa 2005 at that Magic Millions, just to touch Alligator Blood. Stepped one guy, got around the security. It was
the big crop following you to the line too. I don't know what I was doing there.
Yeah.
I think we had the vet on our shoulders or something. Even we got in there and the vet, Alligator Blood's vet, and we're in literally the winner's circle. Like
very good friends of ours.
Very good friend. And
his father-in-law has bullied me.
Also,
before,
that's true. His father bullied Pat on a golf course to the point father-in-law, to the point where I thought Pat was going to.
How can I win when I'm crying like this?
Do you really want to go into this? Because I feel like it's a dark part of you.
No. We'll do that.
But even the vet, he didn't get us in there because, like I said, we're probably in parts of the course where we shouldn't have been. But at one point, he did look at us and say, "What the fuck are you two doing here? You shouldn't be here." He's the vet. I thought we were swabbing him. I thought we were helping out.
Paddy's got form. I'm sure once he sent me this photo and he's just standing next to this horse in its stable, staring at the camera. I'm like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "This is Winks." He's just next to Winks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I get around him.
He does.
We did Alligator Blood's stable as well for the washing machines too. For anyone out there, Sydney Wide discounts at Ride On Me. Yeah.
Give the website a plug.
Shameless plug.
So what's this? What's this multi, Woodhead? What's the multi? Let's read it back. What is it?
Oh, let's get it going. Because I've just got
Stapati win.
Yeah, Stapati. Let me just have a look. I'm missing.
There's 8 in the tissue race, isn't there? Yeah.
Stapati win. Militarized place.
Gone.
And then, what am I missing here?
A tissue.
Yeah.
Was it a tissue? Yeah. Okay.
And Alligator.
How good would Magic Man be having a day at Rose Hill?
Can you imagine that if you're out there?
I'm just trying to get his other rides up for the day. I was thinking of driving out there though. Driving down.
Oh no, we're gonna have to look at this multi. We've got to touch over.
Obviously not going to drink.
Another place.
Just
do a tissue place.
Do a tissue place. With a tissue place, we're still over.
Do the place for
the blood place as well.
I think we're gonna have to go the blood place.
Yeah. Go Stapati, the place too.
What have they maxed us out at? Can that be said on the show?
No. You'd be able to figure it out if you looked at it. Someone said it on the show once, and I think it was mentioned to not say it on the show.
I think I was there for that one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was like, we don't tell everyone that. So if we go a tissue place, Alligator Bud place, Stapati place, no, Stapati win. No, I want to change this. I want to go Alligator Blood win.
Wow.
Stapati place.
Militarised place, is it?
Militarised place.
Militarised win, the other 3 place. There you go.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
If it was
that's
a soft
good.
track,
That's a good multi. I love
it's
that
gonna
multi.
be firm
Actually,
as anything.
that's going to be about 18-1. So I've got militarised place, a tissue place, Stapati place, alligator blood win. Last race.
Let's get behind it. I'm getting behind it.
Here we go,
That's
boys.
good. We'll post that up on the Leg Up Dabble account. You guys can follow that. Get behind it.
We need one out wide. Where's that? What's our tip out wide, boys? What have we got?
Give us something in the Wheatwood, Nick.
I don't
Not
mind
yellow brick.
Yellow brick.
No, not yellow, brick.
Yellow brick.
Not yellow brick.
Barrier 15 is going to be lucky. Roman Aureus.
Roman Aureus. That's
That's going to spit out his
the
drink.
vet owns it. The vet owns it.
The vet owns it.
The vet will just talk about owns that horse.
There you go.
He nearly spat his drink.
The screen. I was waiting for that.
Got him off guard.
Of all the horses.
Oh, God.
Far out. What price is Roman Aureus?
Oh, like $21 or something.
Oh, shit.
Something like that. But
yes.
he
Let me have a look what price Yellow Brick is too, by the
he's
way.
like $1.80. But Roman Aureus jumped out in the earmuffs and he went really good. And then he went to Rocky and he won the Rocky Newmarket first up. So he's been freshened back to the jump outs, wore the earmuffs again in the jump outs, and now goes to the Wheatwood. This is a setup from Brian Wakefield.
Oh, if I've ever seen one from Brian, it's this one.
The one that
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
the actual like
It's Georgina.
Georgina Cartwright's on. Yeah,
That was her calling.
that was her calling Brian.
That was her calling him.
Little Georgie.
Uh,
No, but I think the best bet around the grounds, I think the last race at Melbourne on Saturday, Midwest, I think he'll go straight to the front and give him something to catch. He only got gunned down by Asfura last start in the Heath. Unfortunately, didn't get $34 like I did last start. I've got to take $4.50 or something like that.
Let me guess, you had a futures ticket on.
ticket on it.
Correct. 34 and 9.50
over there in the
place.
bin.
I got first up, Patrick. So yeah, I think Midwest can go one better here.
Zammit, what do you got for us, mate? Round the grounds, this one.
I mentioned Osmosis, but the other one I'll give everyone is the one named after the mystery of Erin marrying Pat, and that is the Miracle of Love.
Yes.
That's on top for me at Caulfield. It's a very classy filly, very, very classy filly. I think it's got laps on these. First up 1400, very excited about that. She is 1,000 guineas bound, I imagine. Going to be very, very hard to beat.
Yeah, 1,000 guineas or Oaks?
Maybe both. Any reason why she can't be both?
No, they've changed it now that 1,000 guineas is like 3 weeks after the Oaks, so she'd have to be 25 back to 16. But
have we lost
no
on Pat,
reason.
or is this me?
Race 5, that is at Caulfield, $3.50. Pat, have you got one for around the grounds for us, or you're kind of sticking to where we've been betting today?
Sticking to where we are, but might have a small ticket on Kerwin's Lane just out of an interest in Sydney. Race 7.
Don't rate Yellow Brick or just too short?
Too short.
Too short, bigger fish to fry, and if they ride him positively, like they say they're going to, he probably blows them away on his home track.
It's $1.65, I think it is on Dabble, guys.
He just
It's in the Wheatwood in Toowoomba.
just had a few last prep. I know he got beaten by Redina, and Redina won the Bill Ritchie last weekend and franked the form, so he probably does blow them away. But I just thought there might be a bit of value around.
If we're taking those odds, we want to be on red card, surely. If we're taking those
red
odds.
card.
Yeah, if you're going to back $1.60 pop anywhere, it's red card for sure.
Well, it's a nice little double if you wanted to have it. Red card at $1.65, race 3 at Caulfield, and Yellow Brick's prep is one to follow this.
Yep.
It's going to be. I think this horse could do a lot of good things.
Yeah, Silver Eagle, Golden Eagle.
Yeah,
I think
it can do the whole lot.
plan
And then
is
back up here for millions, I think, after a bit of a
Yeah,
break.
it'll be interesting to see what he does. On Zammit's little around the ground tip, Miracle of Love, one for like the Omen punters or the sentimental punters too, because her dam, she's obviously regally bred. She's out of Miss Finland. Arrowfield retired her from stud duties during the week too, so no more foals for Miss Finland, and maybe one of the last of them, Miracle of Love, could come out and
Lead on the day.
win a group race.
That'd be cool. That's it, guys. good luck this weekend, fellas. Good luck this weekend, punters. And if you are going to have a little dabble this weekend, make sure you do it responsibly.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Cheers, lads.
See you, boys.
See you, boys.